Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to another pandemic episode of the Real Film Nerds Podcast. My name is Matt, your host of the apocalypse. With me, as always, my good buddy over in the other side of the world, who is also experiencing lots of death, destruction, and murder, Mysterious Mike Talent.
Hey, everybody. No, I'm not experiencing too much because I'm adhering to my stay at home.
Do you have enough alcohol?
It has been troublesome. Every time I go out to get supplies, I end up buying as much alcohol as I can.
I was going to say, are you one of those guys that's not hoarding the TP, you're hoarding the alcohol?
Well, actually, from what I can find, alcohol seems to be not really hoarded that much. It definitely is the TP. It took us a month to find toilet paper, but we did find some. So that was exciting. That was a good day. Luckily, right before the apocalypse, I bought a large amount of toilet paper, like a big, not like a multiple packs, but I bought a big pack that had the really big rolls. Just because Maggie sent me to the store to get, paper, toilet paper. And I was like, okay. So I got the big one. So
you were planning ahead. Or do you just have problems where you must visit the toilet frequently daily?
Yeah, well, it's like you don't feel clean until you've used half the roll kind of thing. So, like, our rolls have been going quick.
Oh, so you're like my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
He goes through 4 rolls a week. I don't think he unravels them. I think he just takes them and just shoves them up there.
Wow, that was a really bad visual, Matt. Thanks.
You're welcome, Mike. I aim to please.
Yeah, okay.
So why is it that people are not hoarding alcohol? Because, that was the first thing I bought. I didn't buy toilet paper. I got a garden hose.
I don't know, man. They bought all this random stuff like cheese and like all the hot dogs, and I don't know, the stores. It was weird to go into them. So Matt, it was just, I don't know. I feel like this is the weirdest event. It's like I never thought it would get to where it is right now, for sure. And like the fact that we can't see movies or go do any kind of entertainment thing, including going to the bar, is very sad to me.
I know, and no one else cares. They're all cool with staying home. Just as long as they can wipe their ass. What the hell is that all about?
Yeah. I wondered, is there some symptom of the COVID-19 where it's like you shit yourself and you're like, oh man, I need a lot of toilet paper. I don't know personally. There's so many rumors and weird things. I don't even know what the symptoms are anymore besides a fever.
I'll let you know when I get it. I'll put
right.
it in my will.
Okay. Are you going to document day by day? You're like, day 1, I've been diagnosed. And then day 2, be like, nothing's happening.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do Facebook Live.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing that now. Just normally, because I'm that interesting that I think people should sit and watch me sitting and watching TV on my couch.
Oh, like, what was it, The Truman Show? Or you just like watch someone live their life? But
yeah.
since now living your life involves just staying at home, I can just watch you eat food and then watch TV and then type on the computer and then eat some more food and then play video games. And then, I don't know.
Pass out drunk in my recliner? Come on, Mike. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's usually before I start work, though.
Oh. Okay. That really gets you going? Really revs you up for work?
Oh, yeah. I immediately sit down, put the pot of vodka on, and then eat my bagel and, kick back the pot of vodka and then pass out in the recliner, then get up and go to work.
Yeah, do you have like you have vodka, but you have like a little bit of coffee. You're like, yeah, I'll take two shots of coffee.
No. I get the vodka, then I just dump the grounds in the vodka and stir it around and just drink it back.
Oh, jeez. That sounds rough, man. It sounds
It's
rough.
delightful. I'm an awake drunk.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right, Mike, I'll get us back on topic, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's hard not to talk about the apocalypse because that's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah, it really is hard not to talk about it. I find I've been walking the dog. I still walk the dog. You're still allowed to do that. And I see all the neighbors out because everyone's going freaking nuts. And they're like, when do you think it's going to end? I'm like, man, I don't know. I never thought it would get this far. And they're like, yeah, this thing's driving me crazy. I'm like, mm-hmm. And then I move on to the next neighbor, and it's like, I've never talked to my neighbors this much ever. Like, everyone's like approaching you. They're like, hey, what are you doing? How's it going? Like,
that's weird because pretty much on my street, everybody's staying locked down. I have seen a dramatic increase in people walking their dogs and kids walking up and down the street. But you don't have the kind of hiking trails that we do over here in beautiful, lovely Prescott, Arizona. I went hiking with my lovely lady on Saturday, and the trailhead on Saturday typically is a little busy, but there was literally no parking, period. We had to park on the highway to go hiking on the trail. It was
nice.
Absolutely packed, and no one was doing the 6-foot thing, and it was groups of people. It was just jammed.
Oh man, I'm gonna call the authorities on you, man. You're not social distancing right.
Well, I wasn't going to social distance from my girlfriend. I mean, if, I got it, she's got it, or vice versa. We're both already screwed. So, but I was talking more about everyone else. Like, just being courteous, you get off the trail and you move back a little bit because she had her pup and she was walking her dog and stuff. And he doesn't get along great with young boys for some reason. He likes to bark and go crazy and ape shit at him. But anyway, so we were doing that and being conscientious, and people were just like blasting through and, oh, hey. And, anyways, our trails are freaking overloaded. It's so much so that the city of Prescott actually sent out like press releases and is paying for Facebook ads to tell people we're great. We're happy you're out hiking and enjoying our lovely trails, but please remember to stay away and keep your distance and not do groups of like 10 because there's like large hiking groups. So anyways, have you hit any trails? I know you don't have many trails over there, but you have a few. Have you gone out hiking?
No, not yet. Maybe this coming weekend. Just been getting used to this weird staying at home and working life, and cooking all this food. The infant, taking care of little baby. All that stuff has been quite a weird time. Like, we had the baby right at the beginning of the apocalypse, so everything's very weird.
Yeah, you're spoiled. You know how many people would kill to have their first child at the start of the apocalypse and get to spend the whole time at home?
Yeah, we just got notified at work that we're going to be home at least through April 30th. Who knows? It might be longer.
Well, enjoy it.
Yeah. It's weird. I'm very happy that I am able to work.
Some of us might not be able to anymore. A lot of us already are not. And most restaurant people, a lot of retail places are struggling. Movie theaters, bars. It's bad, man. It's real bad. And if our unemployment rate really does hit like 30%, I'm scared because that's more than the freaking Great Depression. And I don't know if this generation could deal with that kind of poverty. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know, man. It's the weirdest thing to be living in something that is most likely going to be the worst event we're ever going to see if we ever make it out of it.
It's true. We might not, Mike. We might not. So speaking of not making out of it, Mike, what movie are we talking about today?
Oh, right, man. You're right.
That was a good spin there, wasn't it?
That was a good spin. So we are talking about a lighthearted movie, which does have some, death and things in it, but it's done in a fun way. It's Clue from 1985.
Yeah, there are 6 people that don't make it out of that one.
Yeah, and this one is... do you want me to go to the rundown, Matt, or what do you want to do here?
Yeah, Mike, give us the rundown for 1985's Clue.
All right. So it's directed by Jonathan Lynn. It's written by John Landis and drawn Jonathan Lynn. It's starring Ellen Brennan, Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Christopher Lloyd, Michael McKean, Martin Mull, Leslie Ann Warren, Colleen Camp, and Lee Vang. So, as Matt said, 6 guests are anonymously invited to a strange mansion for dinner, but after their host is killed, they must cooperate with the staff to identify the murderer as the bodies pile up.
Well, there's 6 people that are murdered, but there's also the 6 guests. I assume they did that on purpose. But so, Mike, how many times in your lifetime have you ever seen a movie that is based on a board game?
I don't think there's not like a Monopoly game like movie, is there? And there's not like is there a Game of Life? No, I don't. I think this might be. Oh, there is Battleship,
but we're not going to talk about that.
All right. I haven't seen very many, like 2.
That movie was rough. Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. That's it's kind of unique that it's a movie based on a board game, not a board game that came out of the movie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So this, as I alluded to on the last pod, for all 5 of you that listened, I grew up watching this movie. I enjoyed this movie very much. It's fun. It's slapsticky. It's lighthearted. Yes, it has murders in it, but it's not graphic and gory and over the top, and a couple of the murders are actually pretty damn funny. Mike, what's your first impressions?
So it was fun to watch this again. I hadn't seen this in a long time, and it was a little interesting to see all the sexual innuendo that's in it that I don't know, when I saw it, I don't know if I picked up on it as much because I was a kid. I don't know. I kind of thought that was kind of fun. I don't know. This is great to see. Like, Tim Curry in this just kills it. Like, he's so awesome. I really liked his character in this as the butler. Wadsworth?
Nope, Wadsworth. You had it.
Well, yeah, Wadsworth.
There's no E. Yeah. Wadsworth. Yeah, no, Tim Curry definitely is probably the best in this entire film. I really liked Michael McKean as Mr. Green. For those of you who are watching Better Call Saul, that's Chuck, a much, much younger Chuck. And then, of course, Christopher Lloyd, Christopher Lloyd had hair in this movie. That's how old this movie is. And legit hair, like a lot of it. You haven't seen him have that even in Back to the Future, which was just a couple of years after this.
No, he looked like a young guy. It was weird.
Very weird. Yeah, I really I enjoy this movie. It's a lot of fun. It's not the world's best movie, but it's not the worst. I love that it takes place in one, set area. There's a little bit in the beginning with the road and stuff, but for the most part, it takes place in this house, and that is one enormous freaking house.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
All right, Mike. Well, should we just get into it? Should I ask you the most important question of all podcast questions?
Oh, no. I need to ask you, Matt. What are you drinking?
Well, Mike, since it is the apocalypse, I need to be able to get my drink on much faster so that I can easily fall asleep, because I have a hard time sleeping. I'm drinking a little Buffalo Trace bourbon cream here. There's the ice clanging around.
Nice, man. That sounds great. I've never had the Buffalo Trace, but I heard it's really good.
Yes, you've had one of their products, Mike. We drank an entire bottle of it at your wedding.
Oh. Yes. The
Blanton's.
Blanton's. Oh, that's part of the same
Blanton's is
group?
a product of Buffalo Trace Distillery. Yep. It's one of their super high-end bourbons. And they actually are doing a special. This came up through my newsfeed the other day. As you can tell, I look up whiskeys. Blanton's is actually allowed now to sell, just this year, their more percentage higher alcohol Blanton's. And it's going to be super limited release and probably $200 a bottle or something. But I was like, oh, I didn't know they made multiple Blanton's because I only knew about the one, which is still hard to get. And it's still $90 a bottle. I looked into it.
Nice.
Anyways. All right, Mike, what IPA are you drinking?
All right, man. So it is the apocalypse, so I'm not drinking an IPA.
Uh-oh.
So I'm drinking something called Mango Kush Wheat Ale. And it is like a marijuana-themed beer.
Clearly. Does it taste like marijuana?
Yeah, it tastes like marijuana.
Really?
It's the 420 strain. And it's from Sweetwater Brewing, and they're out of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
That's weird. I would think they would have been out of Colorado or California or somewhere that has weed legalized. But hey, whatever. To each their own.
Yeah, it's more, I think it's just a flavor. Let me see what it says something on here about it.
Dude, it seriously tastes like weed.
Yeah, it's weird, dude.
Interesting. And it has no THC in it, though.
No.
Well, then why the hell? What? No.
Yeah, so here's what it's a malt beverage with natural hemp type flavor, contains no hemp.
Well, so it's chemicals then. That sounds horrific.
Yeah, it's probably all chemicals that are going to cause cancer.
Hey, maybe the chemicals, maybe that beer is what caused coronavirus. Did it originate in China?
Is Georgia China? I guess so. Yeah.
No. Well, there is Georgia, the country in Europe.
Oh, that's
close
true.
enough, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's a stretch.
Okay, my turn. Ooh, me.
Yeah, you go now, Matt. You go now.
So, Mike, how does 1985's Clue relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Matt, that's a great question. And before I answer it, I just wanted to say this is episode number 164. I think we forgot to tell that. So,
dude, I haven't done that for like a couple episodes, I think.
All right. So
the apocalypse is distracting. It throws off our whole structure, Mike, because we talk about the apocalypse for about 10 minutes and then we get into the podcast.
Yeah, it's apocalypse structure.
Yeah.
So for this movie, the MCU is related by the production manager for this, Jeffrey Chernov. I probably said that wrong. Worked on Black Panther as an executive producer. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, big time. So I guess we could start spoiling the movie.
Yeah, go for it.
One of the things that I really liked about this movie is how it was almost like a choose your own adventure for the ending, where they have 3 different endings and 3 different people on who did it. Well, not 3 different people, because the last one is like everybody, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But it was almost like a choose your own adventure. I thought that was really ingenious and kind of fun. And they're like, well, but what if it happened like this? But it really happened like this. I kind of wish they would have done like maybe 1 or 2 more of those.
Yeah, that would have been neat. That was kind of, definitely different. What's a movie that we've talked about? We've talked about Wayne's World had kind of 2 endings.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, but like, yeah, for the most part, you don't ever see movies like there's a twist and they're like, oh, they do all this reveal and stuff. And then you're like, oh, damn it. But no, on this one, it's like, well, what if this happened? And it just goes through all this stuff. Matt, thinking of it, in the movie we just reviewed, what was it, The Gentleman? The Guy Ritchie kind of had some of that like a guy was telling a story the way he thought it happened, but then they showed you what really happened later, and it was a little bit different.
Yeah, well, and that's a Guy Ritchie thing. He did that in, like Snatch. He did a very similar thing in Snatch. So I can see how that relates. Maybe it's just a modern way of telling a choose-your-own-adventure kind of ending.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
good observation, Mike.
Yeah, thanks. I can't not mention this, Matt. The scantily clad maid outfit. I'm like, man.
That's delightful.
Yeah, it was just like, huh. I was like, that's kind of out of place, but I mean, it's cool. Like, it's definitely like a carrot, like that looked like a Halloween maid costume, the modern day Halloween where all the women's costumes are very light on material.
Well, clearly, Mike, you know more about maids than I do. Are you saying your maid that visits you every day does not wear an outfit like that?
No, I do not have a maid.
What is she, t-shirt and jeans? Or do you make her wear less? Does she have to clean like the entire house in like a bikini?
No, we don't have a maid, Matt.
Sure, Mike, sure.
That is kind of funny, though. I do know people that have a cleaning service. That's what they call it. They don't call it like a maid because that's not, I don't think that's PC anymore. So they just call it a cleaning service.
We actually have a cleaning service here that's called Made to Order.
Nice.
Yeah. They don't clean our office, but yeah.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Well, I liked the maid outfit. I'm just wondering like how much of a push-up that is. Like, I mean, because she's like spilling out of that freaking dress like almost the whole time. And I'm like, there's no way, it's the 80s. There's no way that implants were to the level they were even in the 90s or the 2000s. So, I mean, that must be a super push-up in there.
Yeah, I think she was just well endowed.
Maybe. I don't know. I think the costume was working overtime for her. Yeah, I miss kind of stuff like this. I mean, what happened to like comedies like this? Don't get me wrong. We have our fair share of decent comedies today, but you don't see stuff that's smart and slapsticky and entertaining at the same time. It's usually you get one or the other. And the super slapsticky stuff today is not very good.
Well, there was like, this doesn't compare really at all, but in some ways there's like all the, those like parody movies, like, the Scary Movie instead of like Scream, like all the Wayans brother type movies, that came out there for a while.
Yeah, but they're hit and miss, man. Some of them are okay and some of them are really bad.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like watching a skit, like on SNL or going way back, like in Living Color, and some of it's really good. Like the jokes hit, they're funny, they're great, and then other times it's not, and you're just like,
I just feel we're missing this whole segment, like Spaceballs. Spaceballs is incredible.
Yeah, well, I don't know if there can be another, like, I mean, I guess there could be, but like Mel Brooks was just so good at the smart, funny, I don't know, just poking fun at all the stuff. He's so good at that.
Yeah, he's incredible at it. And it helped that he had George Lucas's blessing.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
But I'm just saying, not so much a parody of like a big franchise like that. I'm just saying comedies that are like that are slapsticky but are also smart and entertaining. Usually we get like a smart comedy that has a few good moments, but it's not slapsticky at all. Or we have a really entertaining comedy that's not that funny, but it's still a really good movie. Or we have slapstick that is really over the top and just horrible.
I guess if I was trying to think of a more recent slapsticky kind of parody fun movie, Austin Powers,
right,
would be
perfect.
Something. But that's a little. I mean, that's old now.
Yeah, that was late 90s,
like
early 2000s, right?
Yeah,
and that was fantastic. Again, look, that was Mike Myers, man, and look how successful he was with Wayne's World.
Yeah, the Spy Who Shagged Me was 1999. So that was 20 years ago, dude. Oh man, we're getting old. 21 years.
Thanks for reminding me, Mike. The gray hair and the balding isn't doing it enough. You have to tell me too on the podcast in public.
Well, what's left of the public, man?
I know.
Apocalypse.
Hey, as you know, I'm just hoping that our listenership goes up. So far, it hasn't. It's been pretty steady.
Okay. All right.
I didn't mean to get too off topic, but I guess it's on topic because if you haven't seen this movie, go watch it right now on Amazon. You don't have anything else to do. Might as well go watch a cool movie that is a classic. And yeah, it is not PC at all. At all.
Yeah, Matt, I do have a little bit of a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
I might be getting a little bit of streaming fatigue. I feel like I've just watched everything there is to watch. Now, I know I haven't, but it's a little weird when I marathoned. There's a docu-series on HBO. It's called McMillions.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch that? I want to watch that. How was that?
Oh, it's so good. It's 6 hours. I watched it straight.
Wow. Dude, you are becoming part of the problem.
Yeah. So anyway, I watched 6 hours straight, and I really wanted to find out how this guy was doing it. And they don't tell you till the last episode.
Of course. They're going to make you watch the whole thing. Come on.
Anyway, it was really good and made me sad thinking that I might have been able to win some prizes from some of the high dollar prizes from McDonald's.
This guy screwed you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like it's disheartening to see how badly it was rigged for pretty much the whole, I think, from creation.
I am not facing any streaming fatigue yet. I haven't gotten to watch a whole lot. I get to watch a little bit, but I haven't gotten to watch a whole lot. I have ramped up my video game playing, though, a bit. Instead of playing like once a week, I'm getting to play like 2 or 3 times a week. But one of my benefits, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed, you know, I'm scared to death I'm going to lose my job. Most of the people I work with are the same way. We're all shaking in our boots, but we are also classified as an essential service, which is interesting. Yeah, real estate, and the governor classed real estate as an essential service, which, whatever, that's fine. But I'm still shooting. I'm shooting a lot, and I am editing a lot. This week has slowed down a little bit, but I'm not really having time to watch shows. And when I'm having the free time, I'm usually cooking or cleaning. I got a lot of stuff I want to do around the house that I really haven't gotten to. I'm very upset about that. I need to get to that kind of stuff, but I'm very grateful that I am not bored. I'm very grateful that I have lots of work to do, at least right now. So that's great.
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't saying that I'm bored. The infant definitely keeps... I'm not bored. It just... I've had so much time to stream this last month that I'm a little bit fatigued. So, I'm going to start playing some video games, I think, and just doing some other things. I might start reading a little bit. You got me that book, Matt. I think I'm going to start trying to read that more. I just don't need to be streaming constantly.
Well, there's lots of streaming that I would like to watch and catch up on, and I'm behind on a lot of stuff, like Westworld. The new season of Westworld is out. I'm really behind on that. I'm behind on Walking Dead. I'm behind on a few other ones. Better Call Saul I'm sticking with. That show is incredible, man. Absolutely incredible.
I do like Better Call Saul. I haven't seen it in a little while, but
have you seen the new season?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude. Jimmy is becoming Saul. It is so good. It's probably the best season so far. It's amazing.
Nice. So good, man.
So, and then you see, I also have to edit the podcast and then post to the website and then post to social media and talk with our copious amounts of fans. See, you should do that, Mike. You could sit down and do some social mediaing and get more listeners.
Maybe I should spend some time to social media a little bit more. Yes.
Dude, we could have 10 by the end of the week instead of just 5.
All right.
I believe in you, Mike. I believe in you. Okay, so to get back kind of on topic, Mike, how many reels were we thinking here? 6 out of 5?
No. If I could give 6 out of 5, that would have been to Shawshank. Anyway,
we haven't done Shawshank yet.
I know, but if
or Jaws,
if we did, we did Jaws.
I know. I know. I figured you would have given Jaws 6 out of 5.
I'm going to give this 4 reels out of 5. It's a great movie.
Well, Mike, I also give it 4 out of 5 reels.
Nice. I don't think we've tied in a while, man. I don't think we've had the same rating in a little bit.
It's been a little bit, not too long, but a little bit. Yeah. All right. So what are we going to do for next week? I told you to think about it. And since you have streaming fatigue, what are we going to watch, Mike?
I don't know, man.
The Stoned Age?
Yeah, that'd be great. I don't think it's on any of the streaming things. I think we'd have to buy that.
You remember? I found it on, I sent it to you. Was it on Vudu? Right? Free?
Maybe.
I think it was on Vudu. Here, Mike, quick. To the internet. I can't do it or else everybody will hear me clickety-clack.
Well, what do you want me to do? What's that streaming website you go to that has everything?
Decider?
Yeah.
Or Just Watch?
Okay. Just...
I don't know. We could do a request. We have a lot of requests, but I don't know how many of them are streaming. That's the hard part. Because I think being able to get something that our listenership can watch at the same time would be great.
All right. So streaming, it's on Vudu with ads, HD, or in Tubi? What is Tubi?
Tubi is another one of those like movie subscription services that's competing with Netflix.
Oh, okay. It says it's with ads.
On Vudu, right?
No, Vudu free, it's with ads in HD, and Tubi, it's with ads. I don't think it's in HD. It's for streaming.
Well, do you want to do that, Mike? You can talk about a slapsticky, hilarious movie.
All right, we can talk about this ridiculous. Yeah, so we will. Yeah, why not? It's not depressing and it's not. Yeah, it's fun.
It's not apocalyptic. It's not in Contagion, which everybody and their mom is freaking watching right now, or Outbreak, which everybody is watching as well. Outbreak is consistently in Netflix's top 10, like every day.
Oh yeah, well I've watched it.
Of course you did. Of course you did, Mike, because you're a sheep like everybody else. You're a sheep.
Well, I remember I liked it when I saw it back in like 95, and I was like, let me watch it again. And I was like, oh yeah, it's still pretty good.
It is. It's a good movie. It is a good movie, man. I won't lie. It's a very good movie, but I just don't think we should be promoting that kind of stuff right now. Watch something fun, for Christ's sakes. Try and, bring some levity into your life. And the Stoned Age will do that.
Yes. That and some laser beams and your life is good.
Oh, dude. The Stoned Age is what got me into Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't fear the Reaper, Matt.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be a fun one, Mike. All right. Well, I don't have anything else other than tell your friends, tell them they should listen to our podcast because they got plenty of time. Maybe they should sit down and listen to all 164 of our episodes in order. It'll give them something to do for at least a day or two.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Mike, what do you got?
I don't know, man. It's weird times out there, so I want everybody to try not to stress out, but I mean, with everything going on, it's hard. It's hard not to worry about different things, worry about jobs, worry about how, what you're eating for dinner tonight, how you're going to do dinner, like all kinds of things. So
yeah, you can't order pizzas all the time.
I mean, you can, but you get a little spendy.
Speaking about pizzas, if you want to hit up a wonderful pizza delivery place in Prescott, is Bill's Pizza. They're still open. They're, selling beer, selling pizza. It's delightful. Some of the best pizza in Prescott. Sorry, I had to put that out there.
No, that's fine, man. No, that's fine. Other than that, I don't know. Try and get some exercise, but keep that distance. I've been walking the dog. Matt's been doing some hikes. Anyway, try not to go crazy.
Well, you know why, Mike? Because my favorite pastime I can't do anymore.
Flying?
No. Licking all the doorknobs at my local Target.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably frowned upon.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, sometimes, especially when you look the one going into the bathroom, you get a little surprise. Like maybe there's some chocolate syrup on there, or.
Well, I guess on that fine note,
no, that's one thing. I'm actually still flying. We're keeping our distance when we do at the airfield. We're keeping our distance big time. But I only get to go, maybe once or twice a week because I got to go all the way out to Chino Valley because the one at Embry-Riddle shut down. So.
Okay.
Anyways, all right, I'll let you take us out of here, Mike.
All right. Well, I guess with all that stuff, thanks for listening, and definitely catch us on our next pod where we talk about the Stone Age. It'll be interesting. And tell your friends, if you've got nothing else to do, listen to all 100 episodes. I mean, not all at once, but, if you're like a lot of us, you might have a little extra time on your hands. So that'd be great. Anyway, thanks for listening, and catch our next pod.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.
I have him on the line, the one, the only, Matt Hinshaw from the Real Film Nerds podcast on Magic 99.1. How ya holding up there, Matty?
I'm living the dream, Lisa. How are you?
I can only imagine. You're probably spending so much time watching movies since that's your thing, right?
Actually, not as much as I would like, but I am averaging probably about 3 or 4 a week, so that's not too bad, right?
No, that's not bad at all. I watched 3 movies this weekend, and that's a record for me, okay? I watched Captain Phillips, which I loved. I watched Daddy's Home, which I didn't love. And then I watched something else that I can't remember.
Well, clearly that one must have been amazing.
It's all a blur. It is all. Oh yeah, I watched Her. Yeah, with Joaquin Phoenix. Love him. The movie was not great.
Oh, I like that movie a lot. It's interesting.
Did you? It was
very interesting.
It was interesting, but I have to say it was a little on the boring side. But anyhow, what did you watch,
true.
and what are we talking about?
Well, the one I'm doing for the podcast, hopefully this week, is a classic from 1985, and I chose it because I'm trying to lift our spirits.
Good.
It's a fun movie, Clue.
Oh, okay. I did not see Clue, if you can believe that or not.
How dare you? It's terrible.
I disappoint you on so many levels. I know. Tell me about it. Tell me why I need to watch it.
Clue is a classic whodunit comedy. It has an incredible cast. Stars Tim Curry, Christopher Lloyd, Madeline Kahn, Michael McKean. I mean, it's the original classic whodunit, and the movie is based on the board game. I mean, when do you ever hear about movies being made on board games?
Right. That's a good point. Sure.
It's just your classic 80s over-the-top, almost slapsticky comedy. It's just so much fun.
Okay, I'm going to take your recommendation and watch it.
Well, you can catch Clue. It is currently streaming on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime.
Oh, I do, so I can watch it for free.
Yes, ma'am. You can.
Perfect.
And I give it 4 out of 5 reels.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay.
I loved that movie.
Okay.
But again, I grew up watching it, and so I might be a little biased.
Okay, very good. I love the throwback. Anything else you want to recommend? Since we have a lot of screen time.
My second one that I watched came out in November. It is called Midway. It is it's a World War II epic based on the Battle of Midway. And I have to say, I'm glad I did not waste the money to watch this in the theaters.
Oh, okay.
It's not a horrible, horrible movie. The story is true to life, and it's pretty decent. The air battles, when they're realistic, are really incredible.
Yeah. Something
to behold, especially if you love World War II airplanes doing things that you can't even imagine people doing with airplanes now. It's an epic, but the acting was kind of rough, and the story in parts of it is just kind of like whatever. And they try and cram a lot of battles into it, not just the Battle of Midway. If I would wait until it comes out on like Netflix or Amazon or something like that. I got it as a rental because it only came out in November.
Okay.
So I paid to rent it. I would say don't bother renting it until it's on something like Netflix or something like that.
Okay, that's good. How many reels you giving it?
I give that one 2.5.
2.5 out of 5?
2.5.
Yeah, no, I'll pass.
It was, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love the air battles. The air battles were really incredible, but overall, it was not the world's best war epic. I mean, there's better ones out there. This is like Saving Private Ryan is amazing.
Right.
You know, it's hard to pit against, that one, but that was a great film.
Tell me, what did you think of Captain Phillips?
I loved Captain Phillips. I thought that was a great film.
It was a great...
But, I mean, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Tom Hanks.
How bad could it be? That's exactly what I thought. Matt Hinshaw, thank you so much for calling in this morning. You guys can catch Matt's podcast. It's called The Real Film Nerds. It's hard for me to say, Matt. I don't know why. Real Film Nerds.
Because I'm not there.
That's probably it. Wherever you can get your favorite podcast. Matt, you stay well. I'll talk to you next week.
Thanks. You too, Lisa.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.